stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only you find a way to win. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Hand off from the shotgun. Powers through the defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. He's going to fire deep. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pringle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
The Seminoles are marching down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, no! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Charles. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Powell. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. A little release to the back. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the inside. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Looking to the big tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's a really nice job executing by this offense. 3rd down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a 1st and goal for this offense.
From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there. They couldn't make the connection.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Noles in the hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Agent George D. Burdell. Agent George D. Burdell.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Got room to work. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. Going the other way, he's got room. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
Okay, ready?
He's looking to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Welch. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Looking down the middle. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top in times, running out in a half. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Barry. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Leaves it with the back. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those two turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Looking for a crease. It's Welch. Turning it on. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Sayal. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here's a... The short hands, it's Welch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Offense rolls back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
This has been a tight one. 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Really good job working through his It's progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They just keep firing. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he made the grab with enough for the 1st down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Berry. Got his man on the right. Gets away from one, finds some space. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
Room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Side adjustments here. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Release by the QB. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Get set, get set.
Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. After that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Handoff from the gun. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll test the right side. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Finds his man down the middle. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
How about the decision coming up for this coach? You've got to decide, do I want to kick this field goal, take the lead, take my chances on defense, or do I feel confident I can get this first down, hold off a little bit, and maybe do that as the time expires and get the win?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quickly complete. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Noles with the 1st and 10. The give to Davis. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
It'll be third and long. To throw, it's Sperry. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the hallowed grounds of West Point. They're up by 7 over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the ready. Baby. Cricket.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's looking to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get by.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. to the air on first down. Looking for the score. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. He's got it. They convert the 2, and they take the lead here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Berry. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.